Hey team, this is Elizabeth. Okay, so again, this is Elizabeth Rocha, and I am here to share with you my calendar for February. And I want to walk you through a couple of steps, and I'm going to do my best not to take a very long time explaining this process, but I think I feel the need to create this video training on my marketing plan and what I have done every single month since I started coaching, even when I was working full time. If anything, working full time and creating this monthly calendar to help me achieve my monthly goals that I write down for myself, in the coach action plan or on my vision board or wherever you have those goals. So for me, it was super important for me to visualize and to see what I wanted to do every single month, just like everyone who is, taking this business seriously, you truly have to take the time to plan it ahead. The last, working day or the last day of the previous month, you want to take the time to sit down. And I have this calendar here that I bought at the 99-cent store. Target has a ton of, desk calendars, or even you guys, I always carry a calendar on me. And so let me go ahead and pull that out so that I can show you that it really doesn't matter the style of calendar that you have, as long as you have something to work with. So I've always used something like this, and this was given to me, I think it was like $1 or $2. And I keep track of everything. I use highlighters to, color coordinate. That's just me. I need to differentiate between challenger calls, coach calls, team meetings, challenger group meetings, and national wake up call, when I'm going to do my invitations. And so I use a more, specific, like a, handheld calendar to write those things down. I'll also add in my phone, on my phone calendar, reminders of when I should be posting what I have here on my marketing plan. And remember, as coaches, we are responsible for branding ourselves, meaning we have to share who we are. We are a product of the product. So we need to share if the workouts are working, what are the workouts about? Is Shakeology, what are we drinking? What are we taking? We are the product. Us, Elizabeth Rocha, Maria, Marcy, you are all the brand, and you each have to brand yourself according to who you are, right? And so the training, and this what I'm going to do today, is to provide you a guide to make sure that you feel that you can take this and duplicate it and make it your own. Now, I'm going to tell you, in the file section of the team page, I have, an Excel spreadsheet monthly calendar. And if you've been with me for, a couple months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, you know that I do this. I think I preach this so much because it works. It works because if you're working full time, you need to know what is it that you are planning to do for the month. You need to know when to promote. And when I say promote, that means share on your social media. And you share on your social media through your 3 to 5 social media posts, right? If you're just a brand new coach, maybe you start off with 1 or 2 posts per day, whether it's your food, something about your family, your kids, your workout, your work, or even you going somewhere, traveling, or a motivation. Typically you want to share something that is, happening to you, that's helping you overcome, so that you add value. You always want to make sure that before you post anything, that you think of, and I have it written down here, of the acronym CRAVE. And when I write my marketing plan, when I share my posts on social media, I always, 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 always ask myself, is what I'm going to share going to add value to people? Am I doing this just for me, or am I doing this to add value to others? And you have to remember that in order to build relationships and connect with people, You have to be adding value to people through your posts. That's why, whichever social media platform that you want to focus on, it's either Instagram or Snapchat or Facebook, or I know Twitter's, kind of going out of, it's not too popular, or it still works, but, if you're not using it, it really doesn't help much. But Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and a few others. So anyways, the acronym that I use, it's called CRAVE, okay? So C stands for content, R stands for reliable, A stands for ask questions. Like when you make a post, ask a question. You don't have to ask a question all the time, but once in a while, make a post, ask something, it doesn't have to be anything related to the business. Like, it doesn't have to be anything related to Beachbody or Shakeology or your workout or an event. It's just, connect with people. Let them give you feedback. The V stands for value to your followers. Are you adding value to your followers? E is what you're going to post going to create some sort of engagement. Our stories typically do create engagement. Now, you can decide to do breadcrumbs, like share small pieces of your journey, and then twice a month kind of get out there and share something, big, like where you were at before Beachbody, where you are at now, and where do you hope to go with Beachbody, and what have you overcome. Again, if you need help writing your story, that's a whole nother training, okay? And that is available to us in the first 30 coach training. So anyhow, let me come back here and talk to you guys about my marketing plan. And I call it a marketing plan. I think everyone does. Any business out there, they create a marketing plan. The only thing is they have assistants or people who they hire to do that for them. And this here is not very hard to do, because what you do one month, you typically do every month after that. And as I mentioned before in my other trainings or other videos is, you have to set benchmarks for your business. What is it that you want to achieve, and then make smaller goals. So for me, I want to achieve Success Club every single month. There are many reasons for that. And so the way that I'm going to achieve Success Club, and that is, Success Club 5 or Success Club 10, is by actually creating content and creating challenge groups, inviting people to those challenge groups, doing the 4 vital behaviors. And so my marketing plan, like I said, this is what I do every single month. At the end of, say, I take usually the weekend before the end of the month to sit down and plan out the following month. That way, if I need to change something or something new is coming up, this isn't set in stone, but it's a guide for you. So I'll print this out. And I know, and I've learned to do this from, watching other top coaches. As soon as I remember a national wake-up call by one of the top coaches, they're like, this is what I do every single month. I plan out my activities for the month. I plan out my groups, my free groups. I plan out what events I want to host. If you're doing a fit club, I plan out what trainings I'm going to offer. If you already have a team and 10 or more coaches, you want to be able to, lead your team into the direction you want them to go. So I used to do team monthly calls, but now with, our bigger team hosting those calls on the bigger team page, I just resorted to going back to our coffee sessions, 30-minute coffee sessions. It's more of a brainstorming session. That's where we can all come together. You bring whatever agenda you have going for your week, and we brainstorm. We talk about our struggles, our challenges, and so forth. So that right there is part of my marketing plan. It's my mark. I have to add that to my calendar, because for me, a coffee session is a mini training, a mini meeting with all the leaders on the team. And if you show up to that meeting, then I know that's who I want to work with, because I'm not pulling anyone. I want to lead. I want to guide people in the direction they want to go with their business, but I'm not making people show up. Okay, that's definitely not what I want to do. I'm not a manager and I'm not a supervisor. I am a health and fitness business owner, and we have a team here who collaborates to create a marketing plan together and to execute it. So the only way I can execute every single month what I want in this business is to have a clear vision. And having a calendar, whether you have it, which I have it here because I like to, carry this around. I have it with me all the time in my folder. I have my coach action plan. I have my calendar. Everywhere I go, I take it just in case I have some time in between to look through it. So, okay, so as you can see here, every single month, at the end of the month, I am hosting a sneak peek. And I asked the entire team, hey, you guys, let's come together and let's host a sneak peek. Last month, we did a Latino sneak peek, and there were several coaches on the team who joined in and invited. And we even had some of the leaders, do a live, video talking about, why it's so important to have a strong why. Like, why are you in this business? So it's awesome. These sneak peeks can only work if we do them as a team, because it shows that many walks of life can make this business work, whether it's part-time or full-time or just doing this to earn your product and inspire 2 to 3 people every single month. Okay, so for me, I knew that I wanted to take this business and work it full-time. So I needed to do the activities that required me to go full-time. And like I said, I've been creating a marketing plan since the beginning of that I went all in with coaching. So I get a calendar, and you can Google a calendar, and then you save it into your documents. You can do it on your laptop, on your computer, which is best. And then I use pickmonkey.com. Okay, www.pickmonkey.com. I think they might have an app, but for me, it's easier to do this kind of work on the computer. You can make some time on the weekend to take 10, 15 minutes to create this. And it does take practice. The only way that I learned how to use like all the text, all the fonts, all the like little artwork and everything that you see on the side here is by practicing. You change the color, you can duplicate different things here. And to be honest with you, like I said, I heard over and over and over from top coaches, elite coaches, that this is what they do. So guess what I did? I want to be successful in this business. So I am going to duplicate what they're doing. I'm going to add my own events, my own things to my calendar. But the basics to build a business goes across the board for everyone. Success Club is for anyone who wants to achieve and earn the trips and get customer leads from Beachbody for hitting that benchmark every month. So as you guys can see here, I have new coach trainings always at the beginning of the month because I have the sneak peeks at the end of the month, and I have the orientations, and then I add them into a new group. If for whatever reason they were part of the sneak peek, but they didn't get into the Monday coach training, then guess what? They'll still be added for that month at the beginning of the month. Now, some of you remember this first 30 coach basics training is available to everyone on the team. It recently came out a couple months ago, so it's not like I knew what to do with it. I had to teach, I had to take time, after hours, spend a couple hours here and there, 30 minutes here and there, and reviewing the information that is shared. So I said, you know what? I have a group of coaches who need this training. I need to implement it and provide that leadership. And you do have to take action. I can add you, create videos. We do the coffee sessions to have a Q&A about the training, about free groups, challenge groups, promoting, fit clubs, whatever it is. This is during the coffee sessions. It's when we come together and talk about any trainings or anything coming up for the month. And so again, for me, I'm able to see, okay, when do I want to run my free group? Well, I know I'm going to start on the 13th. So I have to make sure and, talk about it, post an invitation on my Facebook, create an event. So I make sure that I have that in my calendar so I know when I'm going to market, promote my free group, right? And so I have Insanity Life here, and I should add, and I will add on here, promote about Fit Club. Talk about it. So I need to write that in here just so that I don't forget that I need to add some jabs. Jabs means like you're talking about your Shakeology, you're giving little hook jabs here, you're talking about Beachbody, that's another jab. You talk about your workout, that's another jab. You talk about the freedom, that's another jab. So if you haven't heard the book, jab, 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 right hook, right? The hook is when you make the invitation. Okay, so there's a book out there, jab, 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 right hook. Okay, so if you're wondering what that is, like jabs is you're sprinkling about your business, about your product, about your journey, about your events, about your, your team, your recognitions, everything. And then boom, you make your hook, you make your invitation to a free group, to a paid group, or to a coaching sneak peek opportunity or Fit Club. So then I have on the 13th, I have my, day one starts. I know that that's going to happen there. And then I start promoting my paid group during the time that the free group is going on, because guess what? The people that are in my free group will most likely be interacting on my Facebook page, meaning they're going to see when I talk about my paid group. And my paid group will start on the 27th. I'll start prepping them, on the 20th. That's what my goal is. And guess what? If it doesn't happen by then, that's okay. I am in charge of my group. That is why I make a marketing plan, so that if I need to move things around, I can. But I can't move things around I can't see where I'm going, right? So this is why it's so important to create this. And then I have here, so during, the group, I'm promoting the paid group, and I'm also adding some jabs about the coaching opportunity. I'm talking about the freedom that this business gives me. I'm talking about income. I'm talking about the trips and all of that, because that's going to lead up to the invitation and to the actual coaching opportunity that I have scheduled here for Tuesday, the 28th. Typically, I would do the coach sneak peek on the 21st, but I'm going to wait until the 28th. At least that's my thinking right now. Things may change, but I want you to know that for the team, any new coach training, that's open to everyone. So if you want to be a part of that, you get added. If you bring in new coaches, you add them to the new coach training as well. I will be, facilitating it, but it's your job as a coach to check in with them once a week, to set up your coach weekly call, and to make sure that they are part of the team coffee session or team call, so that if they have any questions, they get those answered. So then again, this here, it's something that I recreate every single month. I go into Google next month, or at the end of this month, I'll find something that says March, right? March 2017. I'll add the cool, text. I can change color. I can do all that. If you have a hard time with PicMonkey, you can start by printing out Word documents with the calendar and do the same thing. You can do it in pencil if you want, and then you can transfer this information onto something on PicMonkey, or even an Excel spreadsheet calendar, whichever kind of, platform or document you want to use, go for it. But my recommendation, if you want to stay organized, if you want to save yourself some time and stress and feeling like you're all over the place, this is where you need to start. This is how you start treating your business like a business. You can include, maybe your business hours, but again, this is just a marketing plan. This is my marketing plan calendar. And like I said at the beginning, team, I learned a lot from other top coaches, from the National Wake Up Calls on YouTube. Just follow, I don't follow them, but I'll visit pages here and there. So, I want to duplicate success. I do. And success leaves clues. And I've been able to achieve Success Club 5 for 44 consecutive months. I have been able to achieve Success Club 10 for 25 consecutive months. And let me tell you, that's because I have a plan, and I'm able to execute it. Now, it's not always pretty. Trust me, it's messy, right? The behind the scenes work, it's messy. The messaging, the objections, the phone calls, the getting the groups together. Some people want in, some people don't. And sometimes, we get latecomers. inside the group, so you have to set them up, set up a call and whatnot. But guess what? Because you've taken the time to create your marketing plan, what you're going to offer as a business owner, this takes away so much stress. You know, you can just pull out your calendar and be like, okay, so on the 28th, I have a sneak peek. I need to start promoting the week before. That helps you put together your post. So you're not sitting there last minute for like an hour or 2 hours trying to make something pretty. You can take your time. For me, on Sundays is where I designate marketing planning time. 30 minutes to an hour early in the morning, because it's so quiet in the house. Get my cup of coffee, my pre-workout, and I get to work. 30 minutes. And I've been doing this when I was working full-time, teaching, because it was crazy. Teaching, raising a family, going to school full-time. So again, team, I wanted to make sure and share this with you. I'm going to save this. And again, I use PicMonkey to add the text, add the graphics. You can add whatever you want to your calendar. You can print out one on Word. You can do Excel spreadsheet. But again, this takes time. This is the only way you're going to learn how to do this. Like add the text is by actually practicing, making time for it. A lot of time coaches worry about, making social media posts all the time, working out. You know how we have our nutrition plan, right? We have to follow a nutrition plan because that's what's going to help us get results on our journey. So if you want to get results in your business, this right here is like the nutrition plan. This is what it is. If you compare it to what we do in a personal transformation, the marketing plan is like the nutrition plan, but this is to your business. Okay, so again, I wanted to share that with you guys this evening. I hope if you have any questions, please let me know. You guys know that I am an open book. I will share with you what's working for me. I have a few other topics that I want to go over, like the business, income, right? Residual income. There's a couple other topics that I'd like to discuss. The product catalog, how important it is for you to go into your coach online office every single day and look at the coach breaking news. Instead of scrolling the news feed, go into your coach online office. Get informed. Okay, there's two things that will separate you from the competition. Two things. One, that you know the needs and the goals of your prospects or your customers and coaches. And two, that you know your products. That you know what resources are out there to provide the solutions for your people. Okay, so I know free groups, it's there. People do it all the time. For me, free groups, I love running free groups because it opens up the conversation much easier than sending those personal invitations. Even though we have to do those, you have to still do free groups so that you can connect with more people, especially if you have a hard time sending out those personal invitations. Okay, so again, this is a marketing plan. This is an example of what I do. I'll change some things around if I have to. I have it saved. I could always go back to it and, fix it up. And again, this is what I have. This is what I do every single month, and it's in the file section. The Excel spreadsheet is in the file section. This one here, it's a saved picture, so you would need to go into PicMonkey and create your own and go from there, but start something. Start a calendar and work your way up. It's the only way that you're going to be able to get better at this. It's not like you have to be perfect at it, but it does help to start a plan, a marketing plan, so that you can grow your business. You can achieve your goals every month and start seeing success for the hard work that you are putting, to start seeing success that you came in wanting to have in this business. Okay, so everyone, another topic just kind of briefly that I want to talk about is, what have I done every single month to be able to have success, to be able to stay home? Like a lot of people think it just happens overnight. You guys know that that's not the case. And so if you want to do this part-time or full-time, there's something that I've achieved Success Club every month. And over time, you know, you guys, that adds, you know, residual income. People start referring you other people, and you just grow and you grow, and you repeat this marketing plan every single month. You duplicate and you duplicate this. So when you have a coach coming in, they can also learn this system, and they're not feeling like they're lost or you know, like they're all over the place. So again, if you guys take the time to do this, feel free to share it with me. Like, you know, this is what we're here to collaborate. So our next coffee session will be on the 20th. So every first and third Monday of the month at 5:30 a.m. we have our coffee session, and we've had some great turnouts. Some days there's just one person, but you know what? I'm showing up regardless, because I truly believe in this opportunity and what it's provided for my family and for many of you, right? So again, we're here to provide that support. So if you have any questions with this training here, marketing plan training, let me know. I'd be more than happy to, you know, to help you with it, to assist you with it. But most importantly, take the time to learn this, right? Take the time to actually go in and practice, and then share with me what you put together, and we can go from there. Unless we have something to look at, we really can't. It's like you're showing up to class and you practice, and then, you know, you get the support. And trust me, everyone can do this. I had to learn this from the start. So if I can do it, you guys can do it as well. All right, guys, have a great evening. Thank you so much for watching, and be on the lookout for the next training. And feel free to share what other topics you would like for me to share with you, whether it's Success Club, the product toolkits, the product catalog, the business tools, the coach enrollments, Shakeology, whatever it is, you let me know. All right, talk to you soon, guys. Bye-bye.